this week's live stream. Sorry if there was a bit of a lag there at the start and you had to watch me looking a bit gormless and confused for like 30 seconds. What's new? Been doing this like 5 years? Still can't get the intro right. But anyway, welcome. Welcome to today's live stream, and thank you so much for joining me. We've got lots to talk about today. We've got some skincare offers, new skincare products. I've got some skincare questions that people have already put in the chat, so we've got a lot to cover. So very quickly, before we delve into things, let's just do the housekeeping. First up, for those of you that are new, we do these live streams every other Saturday, so every fortnight on a Saturday, 6 p.m. UK time, which is 7 p.m. European time, which is 10 a.m. West Coast time, 1 p.m. East Coast time, and about 5 in the morning if you're watching from Australia and New Zealand. And I always say, for those that are watching from Australia and New Zealand, extra big love, because that's dedication. On these live streams, you can ask anything you want at all. Just drop it in the comments. I go through the comments in the order that they come in, because I think that way everyone has a chance to have their question answered. So you don't need to ask it twice or anything. Just drop it in there and I will get round to you as soon as possible. There are no fees to asking questions. I know some content creators charge to ask that you have to pay to ask a question. Not here on Mad About Skin. We're just chit-chatting. You can ask away. All I do ask for in return is if you happen to be enjoying this live at any point, don't forget to give it a like, because that really does support me. I've got Tom moderating today as always. Couldn't do it without Tom, the sheriff in town, so just making sure everyone stays in line and then we can all have a really enjoyable live stream. So a big thank you to Tom for making this possible. Right, do you know what? I think that was the quickest I've done the housekeeping. Let's go into a couple of hellos and then we'll get on some of these questions. So saying a big hi to all things fitness, to Tamara, to Carmen, big hello to Kirakos, I hope I pronounced that right, to Tom, to Heather, to Sasan, great to see you. Hells, wonderful to have you, my love, hope all is amazing with you. Fristenberg, great to see you. Lynn, Scott, wonderful to have you here. Christina, Kaylee, and Amanda. Michelle and Stephanie, great to see you too. And Jackie, thank you so much for joining. We actually have, this is a really busy live already. So many new faces and what we call the OG crew too. So welcome to everyone. If you're joining for the first time, drop a little comment for where you're coming in from so we can all say hi to you, because we would love to welcome you. Anyway, we've already got some questions coming in, so I'm going to try and keep on top of them. But this week has been a bit of a week of like a voyage of skincare discovery. So been trying out a couple of new things. So 3 products that I have kind of been trialing, some for more than just a week, but anyway. First up was The Ordinary, their Multi-Antioxidant Radiance Serum. This is the new launch from The Ordinary. Mixed opinions on this. I think it's nice. I just don't think it's like a rush out and buy it now. Like, in my view, the last sort of 3 or 4 launches from The Ordinary have been like slam dunk amazingness. And this, I think, is good, but it's maybe not as amazing as like their Growth Factor Serum. It's got some antioxidants in. It's got some vitamin C in derivative form, so nice if you want a gentle vitamin C. It's nice. I think it will give you a little bit of hydration, maybe a light glow up, but I'm not sure it's as like groundbreaking as some of the sponsored content online is kind of suggesting. Just my hot take. I don't know. I did do a full video on it if you want to check it out, but yeah, okay, has anyone tried this? Let me know your thoughts if you've tried it. Now, 2 products that I was genuinely so impressed with. So let's start with this. This is the Remedy for moisturising. This is their like rich cream. Now, I love Remedy. Big fan of the skincare brand. And this is their newest launch. It's their moisturiser. It's one of those that you pump up, like you get the flower thing in the middle. That's nice. I like it. I will say it's definitely, and they are quite clear, it's for dry and normal combination skin. I'm oily. So in the winter, which we're kind of just coming out of now here in the UK, this is great. In summer, this is just going to be a no-go for me. But if you're someone that likes a little extra hydration, this is a really good moisturiser. I can't remember how much it actually was. It wasn't break the bank, it wasn't super expensive, and you do get 50ml in there. So it's not the biggest moisturiser, but a little does go a long way. I like the key ingredients. Well, you've got a lot of ceramides. I've got a higher concentration of ceramides than CeraVe, so if you want to up your ceramide game, this is a good option. You've got glycerin, my favourite humectant. You've got squalane, another great one. You've got peptides, niacinamide. It's got a bit of everything. I like the fact they've gone with 2% niacinamide, so it's not too strong on that ingredient. This is like a ding holy grail if you need extra hydration in your life. If your skin's going through it, barrier support, this is great. And then finally, for the new things I've tried today, this is the Allies of Skin Sunless Tan SPF Sunscreen. So this is like the first sunscreen and self-tanner in one. I loved it. I loved the colour that it gave. It didn't give like a patchy Oompa Loompa kind of Cheeto vibe. It gave like a nice little bit of a glow up, bit of colour. I like that. I like the fact that it's a sunscreen and that in one. It's innovative. I think the only thing that people are going to struggle with is kind of how to use it. So you use it as a sunscreen, apply the normal amount, use it as a sunscreen. Then throughout the day, the tan will develop a little bit. You'll wash it off. The sunscreen goes, but the light bit of tan kind of remains, which is great. But you only really need to do that like 3 times till you've got the level of colour that you want. And then you go back to a normal sunscreen. So just remember to do that. If you keep using this as your go-to sunscreen, you will end up very tanned. Which wasn't what I was going for. I used it 3 times, got the colour I wanted, and then I've gone on to a normal sunscreen. You get 50 ml in here, and it's actually got some really nice, it's got like vitamin C, it's got some other antioxidants. It's kind of like a really nice skincare product. So this, I absolutely loved. And if you like that gradual fake tan kind of product, and you want it in a sunscreen, so it's like a one and done, this is really good. I do like the normal sunscreen, which is what I've switched to. Now I've got like the level of tan that I want. So there you go. They're my 3 like new product finds for the last couple of weeks since our last live stream. Thoughts on these? Share your thoughts. Right, so All Things Fitness says, yay, another live today. Look forward to it. Thank you so much. I've been looking forward to this all day. Absolutely. Tamara says, hi Rob, another one. Can I use, I think YouTube might have cut some comments off. If YouTube has cut your comment or your question off, just drop it again. I'll get through to you. I don't know why they do that. I can only apologise. So Tamara says, hi Rob, another one. So I think your first one got cut off. Can I use Korean exfoliants daily as they're relatively gentle? The Wish Trend, 5% Mandelic, Isntree, 8% AHA, Neogen Gauze pads. I wouldn't. I mean, in theory, sure. Some people could. I don't think there's any need to exfoliate daily. I don't think you get any extra benefit. You're using more product, you're risking sensitivity. I don't think you get any benefit from exfoliating daily. That's just my hot take. I'm sure, if you were to use like a 5% mandelic acid daily, you would probably be fine. But I would just say go for like twice a week. For me, exfoliation is great, but I do it twice a week. I don't feel that I don't need. And also, like you mentioned, the 8% by Isntree, that's actually quite high strength. That's not actually that gentle. 8% of a AHA is quite strong, whichever one you go for. So if you do want to exfoliate daily, go for like a 2 or a 3%, I think, or a cleanser, exfoliating cleanser used daily, that's more gentle. That would be my hot take. You can, but I just don't think we need to. I like to think it's very 19, like it's a very 2019 when we were all exfoliating every day, multiple times a day, and wondered why our skin was like awful. I did that. I was definitely guilty. Carmen says, excited. Thank you, Carmen. Great to see you, my love. Kirakos says, what can you recommend for scalp acne? Honestly, salicylic acid. There are some now salicylic acid based shampoos. So good. Like, genuinely it works really, really well. You might also want to try a ketoconazole shampoo, which is something like, what's the brand name of it? I can't remember. Nizoral. You might want to try that because sometimes it might be fungal acne, and that'll help minimize any yeast on the skin, which will minimize the risk of fungal acne. So I would say get a salicylic acid cleanser, get a ketoconazole shampoo, both. See which works for you, but that's definitely what I think will help. And don't forget to take it onto the neck. If you get any breakouts on the neck as well, it might just be hair product transferring to that, so make sure that you use any shampoo on the neck as well. Tom, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. And same to you, Heather. Hope all is wonderful. Suzanne says, hope everyone is having a lovely sunny weekend. Unfortunately, the sunshine ends today in the UK. I was really, really sad. I've been loving the sunshine. Like, the sunshine in the last 2 weeks has been amazing. And unfortunately, it's done. That's it. That's our sunshine gone. It's going to get colder and chillier from now on, which... it's kind of annoying, but we have had a really good April so far, so I shouldn't complain too much. So if anyone has any sun, send it our way here in the UK. Hell says, hi everyone, great to be here. Rob, I'm seeing a lot about biologique recherche. I hope I pronounced that right. Thoughts, I bought the P50, I'm only 2 weeks in, so a bit soon to tell. So great if you like a high strength exfoliator, because it is a high strength exfoliator. Using it a couple of times a week works really, really well. I hate the smell of that P50 lotion. It's like onion overload. Now that smell is really unique to individuals, so you might love it, I hate it, vice versa. I just find it overwhelming. Now, I do like the brand. I like what they're offering. I like that they've got different strengths of product. I think it's a good brand, but that P50 lotion, I loved the results, but the smell was way too much for me. So, yeah, Hells, keep us posted. I'll be interested to know what you think after using it a couple more times. I think you'll probably start to see some good results, probably like the week 3 or 4. Let me know what you think. And great to see you, my love. Great to see you. Send lots of love to Cyprus. Fristenberg says, hi everyone, I'll join the replay squad tomorrow. Have a fun live stream. We're missing you, Fristenberg, and sending you lots and lots of love on the replay squad. Let's see. Hell says, busy with sister visiting from Oz. That's quite a long way. Australia to Cyprus, that's quite a long way. Hopefully the Cypriot weather is playing ball and your sister's enjoying her time over there. Lynn, great to see you, my love, and same to you, Scott. Happy Saturday, Scott. Sending you lots and lots of love. Christine says, good morning from Spring Hill, Tennessee. Christina, sending lots and lots of love to Tennessee. Lizard, so I got the Seeker Riedel shot. Thank you, my pleasure. Oh yes, you won on the giveaway. Is that 2 weeks ago now? Yeah, went on the giveaway 2 weeks ago. I was expected to feel the Riedels more. Is this one gentler? I've only used it twice, but it does feel good. So I sent you the 100, which is the more gentle of it. So you might feel a little prickling, but it shouldn't be unpleasant and it shouldn't hurt, if that makes sense. Different skin, like if you've got a sensitive skin type, you'll probably feel it more than someone with resilient skin. It kind of depends. I would say as long as it's not causing pain and discomfort, you are good. And if you're liking the results, keep using it. I'm so glad it came, Lynn, and keep us posted on what you think. Kaylee, great to see you, my love, and so to you, Amanda. Hope all is wonderful. Michelle, wonderful to see you. How have you been, Michelle? Hope all is amazing. And Stephanie, great to see you. Another commentator from Tennessee. We have a good viewership from Tennessee. Jackie, sending you lots and lots of love. John says, hi Rob, how are you liking Quare? Well, I can't pronounce it. Quare. Almost all the review videos out there are sponsored. They are. So that's really frustrating. The reason I actually tried it, Quare. It's spelled Qure. Quare. Anyway, Cure. Anyway, it's the at-home microneedling with the serum infusion. The reason I tried it is I was so frustrated that there was no review that wasn't sponsored. And I know that content creators don't automatically lie because they're sponsored. I'm not saying that. But it does cloud your judgment. I mean, if the check's cashed, you find it really difficult to be genuinely, fair on progress, I think. So I was a bit frustrated that everything was sponsored. So I bought it and tried it myself. I've loved it. Now I will say, it doesn't hurt too much. I like how convenient it is. It's single use, so you don't have any of the issues and risks associated with other systems. So it's all amazing, really easy to use. I like the price point. The only thing that is a problem is I forget to do it. If I'm not doing something every day, my brain just doesn't factor it in, and so I end up forgetting, don't use it. So I haven't been as structured with it as I think I need to be, which is probably holding me back from getting the best results. Now that's on me, that's not the brand's fault, but I think it's one of those things where if you're going to commit to it, you need to commit to it. And if you're someone that isn't going to remember to do stuff like that, maybe it's not the right system. That's all I would say, but I have loved the results. Leslie, Jill, both amazing to see you both. Hope all is amazing. And Andrea says, hi, do you use tretinoin? Yes, though I only use it twice a week. So I find that tretinoin does my skin. I've tried it every which way, every strength, everything going, and my skin hates it. Oh, it hates my skin one way or the other. So I finally found that I can use it about twice a week, and I don't get complete stripped red peeling awful skin which just never goes away. So I've generally found that twice a week is that sweet spot. I'll be honest, and this is a controversial opinion, and you can all come for me in the comments, and I know there's a lot of Tret fans out there. I think tretinoin is overrated. I actually think most people, you see a lot of people now moving to tazarotene, which is like a newer generation retinoid, as strong but less side effects. So you see a lot of people moving to tazarotene, including dermatologists online. I spoke to my dermatologist when I last saw it, and she said, use up the tretinoin that you've got, might as well. Next prescription, I'll do you tazarotene because she thinks it's better too. So I am moving to that, and when I do, I might be able to go to 4 times a week as opposed to 2. So yeah, tretinoin I think is great. It's well studied, it works a lot, but I think there's that myth in the skincare community where it's the only thing that works, and if you're not using tretinoin, you're a fool. it doesn't work for everyone. It works great for some people, doesn't work well for others. So I'd say just do what works for you. And I think I tried through a bit of peer pressure to kind of make it work way more than I should. Twice a week is fine. I get some results, but I am actually looking forward to moving to tazarotene because I've heard that you get better results, less sensitivity. So I'm all for that. But yeah, feel free, instead of roasting me in the comments, guys, and saying you're wrong, share your opinions on tretinoin. I know it's a hot topic. So share your results and how it's worked for you. Don't roast me too hard. Regine, great to see you, my love. Yay, it's been a while since we've caught you on the live stream, so welcome. Hope all is amazing with you. Maria says, hope everyone is good. I'm interested in exosomes. So yesterday's video I did on the new Inculist Exosome Glow at Home Facial, whatever it's called. I like it. I think it's good. I just don't like the Inculist. I have trust issues with the Inculist. I don't like them. But this is probably one of their better serums, and I was impressed with the results. It definitely gave me a glow up, so I liked it. I think exosome technology is really developing, and it's nice to have an affordable option. Watch that video if you want to know like my full hot take. But yeah, if people are interested in exosomes, yesterday's video hopefully covers all of that. Suzanne says, I'm in love with having my peptides back in my routine, Rob. My Holy Grail is here to stay. Thank you, Suzanne. And I know just about everyone's got their copper peptide serums now, which is amazing. And the emails that we've got in of people saying how much they love it makes me so happy. So thank you, Suzanne. Thank you to everyone that's bought the copper peptide. Do you know we have sold 75% of the stock? We have a big order coming in the next 3 weeks, but it's getting a little bit like... so yeah, we sold 75% of the launch volume of the peptide serum, which is like mind blown. And the sunscreen, we are down to, it's just gone mad. Like the sunscreen in the last 2 weeks has just flown. It's gone absolutely mad. And we're down to the last 100 units of sunscreen, but it is being restocked in about 2.5, 3 weeks time. So even if it does go out of stock temporarily, it'll be back. So don't worry. We planned ahead. But yeah, down to the last like 100 units, I think, of the sunscreen. So if anybody is thinking of making a sunscreen order, now is the moment, because it is, yeah, it's got a bit crazy. That is one thing I meant to say. Sorry, I should have said this earlier. If anybody, when it comes to my own brand, the Mad About Skin collection, I think I spoke maybe about a month and a half ago about the cleanser and the moisturiser. In preparation for going into physical retailers here in the UK, watch this space, we needed to deepen the contrast on the colouring versus the tube. So you can see it here, but under like harsh lights in drugstore, pharmacy or whatever, you won't be able to see it properly. And we want to be accessible and inclusive, so we want it to be easy for everyone. So we've actually sharpened the contrast on the lettering on the moisturiser and on the cleanser to just make it as easy as possible. So that new stock hit the warehouse last week. Anyway, it's done. But we still have some of the older style packaging, so this, which still has another 9 months left on the expiry date, so you've still got loads of time to use it. So just to clear the decks, we're having one final 50% off the cleanser and the moisturiser currently this weekend to shift the last remaining stock of the older, these older style tubes. So you have 9 months expiry on them. So if you did want to stock up, you've got 9 months to use them. So I want to clear that. You don't need a code or anything, just on the website. It's 50% off, and there you have it. So yeah, www.madaboutskincare.com. Tom, if you're able to pop that in the chat, that would be amazing. Yeah, www.madaboutskincare.com. 50% off both of these. The cleanser's like £5.50. The moisturizer's £5.50. I don't know how you could get something that cheap. Just saying. Anyway, I also did say, I should have said at the start of this live stream, but we'll do it now, and then I'm going to get onto the other questions. Do you remember when we launched our peptides? Seems like months ago. It wasn't, but it seems like months ago when we launched our peptide. We did it with the special like one-off bag, like limited edition bag. Well, so many people missed out when these things. Well, the warehouse got in touch and said they actually were sent by the manufacturers of these in Blackpool, in glamorous Blackpool. They here in the UK. They said, they had 20, a packet of 20 that they hadn't opened. So if you order on the live stream, I will call your name out so you know. If you want to get, if you want one of these, if you haven't already got one and you want one of the tote bags, the limited edition tote bags in your order, just let me know in the comments and I'll call out the names of the orders that we get through. And I'll ask you if you want one. If you want one, I can put it in with your order completely free of charge, just as a little extra, because we only have 20 left. So then they are truly limited edition. And I know some people got them with the peptides, others didn't. So I will ask whether you want one or not. If you do want one of the tote, the next 20 people to order can, whether it's just one cleanser, sunscreen, or a whole suite of products, doesn't matter. There's no restrictions. You get the tote. Anyway, that's valid until 20 orders come through. So I will call people's name out as they come through. And then if you, if you want one of the tote bags, I can do them for you. So it's www.madaboutskincare.com. There's no minimum order or anything. Just put your order through. If you're in the UK, if you're in the UK at the moment, we have, to celebrate our 1 year with DPD, our new courier, they've done a really good offer for like the weekend shipping. So the weekend shipping in the UK is completely free. So there you go. In the rest of the world, it's subsidised and reduced. So you can check it wherever you live in the UK, free. So there you go. That's only till the end of tomorrow. If you wanted to stock up. Right, so Andrea says, if there was only one product you could use for life, what would it be? I mean, I should say sunscreen because that's kind of like the non-negotiable. So I should say sunscreen, but that's a bit of a boring answer. Just one product, I would probably say, the thing that I look forward to applying most is this. This is the Allies of Skin C15 Bakuchiol Firming Oil. I love this. It feels good. It's bougie, and I probably couldn't afford to buy it for the rest of my life. But if I could only choose one product, this has so many, like, it's got your Bakuchiol in, your vitamin E, vitamin C. It's got so many antioxidants. It's hydrating. It's kind of like a one-stop shop. I would probably choose this if I could only use one product, and if someone else was paying for it, because my budget doesn't stretch to using this too often. But if it did, this would be the option I'd go for. Maddie, great to see you, my love, and sending love to Colorado. Andrea says, are you really unsponsored? Yes, I am. You can ask my accountant. No money passes my pounds. I mean, I would say, like, do different people have a different perception of what sponsorship is? We'll do a little chat about this. So different people have perceptions about what sponsored is. I go by the definition of the UK Trading Standards disclosure requirements, which are if I have been paid in any way to promote a brand, that has to be disclosed. I never do. I don't take any money to do that, so I'm unsponsored. Do brands send me stuff in like PR for me to try with zero obligation? Sure, yes they do. But that to me isn't sponsored. That's just them sending with zero obligation. If a brand reaches out and says, can we send you this product in exchange for a review? No. Because again, I think that crosses into sponsorship because there's some sort of contract between you or like agreement with you. So yeah, I have never received a penny in money from any brand to say anything, to mention anything, or to do anything. And I've never received a product in agreement that I would do a sponsorship. So yeah, completely unsponsored. I hope that answers the question. I know some people ask, like, what does unsponsored mean? Like, in the context of that. Different people, different definition, but to me, is any brand ever paying me? Absolutely not. No. No. And you can ask my accountant that. We worked it out, like, probably over the course of doing this YouTube, I probably turned down, like, a best part of £100,000 worth of reasonable sponsorship stuff that I, wouldn't have been, like, wasn't ridiculous, if that makes sense. And I wouldn't. And I don't regret that, because I think, for me, it's all about, like, keeping your integrity. And I genuinely don't think you can speak freely about a product if you're paid. Do you know what I mean? Even a brand like, so say like Allies of Skin, love Allies of Skin. I would say this is a really good product and amazing. If Allies of Skin said, I'll give you £1,000 to say how much you love this, even though I already love it, and I do, and I would say that for free, I still think that's a bit, like, I don't want to feel forced into anything. So no, definitely zero sponsorship from here, and paid partnership. And it's going to stay that way. So yeah. Kelly, I know you're watching the live stream. Just let me know, Kelly, do you want me to include one of the tote bags? I know you're taking advantage of the half price. cleanser and moisturizer. Do you want one of the tote bags in your order? Let me know. The first of 20 has gone. So yeah, let me know, Kelly, if you would like me. Just drop me a comment, or you can contact us on the contact us section of the website. Let me know if you'd like to include the tote bag. Dib says, my current HG Holy Grail is the Numbuzz number 5, but I'm on the hunt for a new recommendation to lighten my post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Any recommendations? Yeah, kojic acid. There's lots of different options out there, but I would say continue to use the Numbuzz number 5, but also incorporate kojic acid. That'll really lift that post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. It's also anti-inflammatory, so it'll reduce the cause of it as well. So it's like a double whammy. I absolutely love it. I created my own. This is the Mad About Skin Light Chemical Peel Gel. That has kojic acid in, if you're interested, from my brand. But there are other ones out there. I know the Minimalists do one. Dr. Shireen Idris does one. There are lots of different kojic acids out there. But yeah, go for one in a 1 or a 2% strength. Perfect. Tracy says, how best clear acne in someone who doesn't have oily skin? Actually, sensitive and redness prone. Tracy, I'm with you. I don't always have oily skin. In summer, yes. In winter, no. I'm still acne prone, but also dry. It's a minefield. Azelaic acid, Tracy, is the best thing. Go for a 15% azelaic acid. Just adding that into your existing routine. Don't need to change anything else. Just add the azelaic acid into your existing routine. It will make the world of difference. You'll notice such an improvement after about 3 weeks because it minimizes the acne causing bacteria. If you don't have oily skin, chances are your acne is caused by acne causing bacteria. And azelaic acid will be your best friend. Michelle says, hi from Florida. Hello, hope all is amazing with you. I'm curious if you've tried the Bioma Phytomucin Glow Serum. It's been great for your skin. I love it, but it's a bit too light for me. I wanted a little bit more, because I tend to use my serums as moisturizers. Because my skin's a little on the oily side, I wanted maybe a little bit more from it, but it did give a nice glow. I love the price point, and honestly, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Bioma as a skincare brand. I think they're really good. Suzanne, well, thank you so much for your order. Let me know in the comments or by contacting us on the website if you want one of the tote bags included, as you are the second of our 20 people that can get the free tote. If you'd like one included, please let me know and I will add it free of charge to your order. Krista, great to see you, my love, says, I use your copper peptide serum. I'm also trying out a vitamin C serum for sensitive skin. Can I use the two together? Yes. You absolutely can. The Mad About Skin copper peptides is encapsulated, so you can use it with vitamin C, retinoids, whatever you want. Absolutely, Krista, and I hope you and your family are doing really well. Andrea said, I didn't like the ordinary growth factor serum. I found that it's a temporary fix. How are you finding it now? I really enjoy it. I think it's great. Is it the most advanced growth factor serum on the market? No, you can pay $100 and get a more advanced option. But I think for the price point, it gives some nice anti-aging, it gives some immediate hydration. It's just a nice product. Like I say, I think there are always going to be limits to a price point, under £20 price point and what we should expect. But I think for the price, it's really good, and I really like it. So, but yeah, but it's again, everyone has their own take on that. Sushmita says, hi Rob, good to see you. My freckles near my eyes are spreading. Please help. Much love from Northeast India. Sending lots of love to India. Best thing is tranexamic acid, kojic acid. Two things will just help minimize any sun damage. They'll minimize any hyperpigmentation response. Can be honestly the best thing ever. Hopefully that helps. Becky says, hi, sorry I'm late. So happy to catch you live. No, you're absolutely on time, my love. And hope all is wonderful with you. Regine says, popping in with a question while I remember. Go for it. I've certainly got lots of whiteheads around my nose, just by the nostrils and wings. I can't seem to get rid of them. Any tips? No other adult acne. Now, possibly worth a try. Get a Nizoral shampoo. So Nizoral. Get a ketoconazole shampoo and just wash that area with it, because this area here is one of the ones where we often get fungal acne, or we get a buildup of yeast on the skin, which can trigger a fungal acne episode. If you haven't got acne on the rest of your face and it's just here, just get a little bit of that Nizoral shampoo. Work it in, wash it off, use it daily for like a week. You'll see it clears right up. Honestly, I had it cleared right up like that. And then you could just use it for maintenance once or twice a week. Hopefully that helps. And then if that doesn't clear up, obviously it's something else. But that generally does absolutely work. Borneo, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. Kim says, oh my god, Rob, I just started using the Mad About Skin sunscreen and I love it. Doesn't leave my skin oily or shiny at all. Once absorbed, it feels like a moisturizer. Yes. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted people to be able to say. Like a moisturizer, sunscreen all in one, and that makes me so happy to hear that it's working so well for you, love. Thank you so much for sharing. Borneo says, so Rob, first impressions on the VT snail, not as viscous as the usual snail slime. I agree, that's a huge plus. It smells only a little medicinal, absorbs quickly, and skin is smooth and silky. At first I applied it very cautiously, but always doesn't sting. For other results to be continued. Oh, first of all, I'm so happy it arrived. I'm happy that it's working for you. I absolutely love it. I think, I'm not a big fan of snail mucin. I think in the VT Riedel, it just feels a less slimy, which is a huge positive for me. I hate the slime. And I'm so glad it's working. So keep us posted. Give it a couple of weeks, and then let us know what your thoughts are, my love. Lynn said, the sunscreen self-tan is such a good idea. It looks interesting. Really is. I was really impressed with this one. And I guess we're always really overly cautious with how we apply fake tan, rightly so. So it kind of makes sense that you would apply it with something we're equally as cautious about applying. Sunscreen. Kind of just makes sense. It does make sense. I don't know why the brand hasn't done that before. It kind of just makes sense. Becky says, Rob, I need a recommendation on cleansing oil for blackhead and lights without burning my eyes. Oh my god, my favourite cleansing oil of all time is the Numbuzzin glutathione one. It is stunning. It doesn't sting my eyes. It doesn't leave that film on the eyes either. I absolutely love it. That's the one I would go for every single time. So big shout out, thank you to Deborah, who again has just ordered. So Deborah, if you could let me know in the comments if you would like one of the totes, I can add it free of charge to your order, as we still have 17 left now. If you wanted to get your hands on one, limited edition, never to be seen again. If you want one, let me know. Thank you so much for your order. I just like a reminder, if anyone does order during the live stream, then just remember www.madaboutskincare.com. The cleanser and the moisturizer are both half price now, so literally £5.50 each. 200ml cleanser, £5.50. Because this is the old style packaging, we've increased the clarity of the writing on the new packaging, so we're just having like final clear of the decks. So if you wanted to order these or anything else, these are currently half price. Free shipping to the UK for this weekend only, and if you're one of the next 17 to order, you can have, if you would like one of our limited edition totes. All you need to do is just let me know in the comments, and I can arrange that for you. www.madaboutskincare.com. Marie, great to see you, my love, and sending lots and lots of love to Gibraltar. Hope all is amazing with you. Ikra says, hi Rob, I'm from Pakistan. Sending love to Pakistan. Kim says, have you tried the new Medicube PDRN sunscreen and eye cream? No. Why do I not know about that? I feel I should know about that. I feel I should definitely know about that. Let me have a look at it. I'll make a note. Let me have a look at that because that sounds actually amazing. So thank you so much. Nika says, happy weekend everyone. Have you tried the Axis Y Resurfacing Glow Peel? No. I will also add that to the list. I do like, just even if I don't end up buying these and trying them, I like to actually read the ingredients and just see kind of what it is. So I will try that out. Thank you very much. Maddie said, Remedy has one. It might be out of stock still though. I want to get my hands on it. The shampoo. Oh yes, they do. They do a like scalp acne salicylic acid shampoo. They do. I think it was out of stock when I last looked, but that would be a good option. Marie says, I can send you some sun from Gibraltar. Yes, send it this way, please. The UK needs just a little extra sunshine, I think. And one of my absolute favourite places in the world, Gibraltar, so sending you so much love. Zoe says, hi, back from West Bay yesterday. Fab, coming home to a Mad About Skin order and your videos. Oh, thank you. The new Inkless serum, where would I use it in your routine? Getting a bit baffled by all the serums. Yeah, I do think there are a lot of serums at the moment. I'm going to do kind of like my current morning and evening routine for people in a video, because I think that might just help show how I like layer and pair and be strategic and things like that. So if you want to use the new Exozone one by the Inkless, I would use it straight after cleansing. I think it works best closer to the skin. So I would use it straight after cleansing, and hopefully that'll give you like some next level results though. But watch out for that video. I will use it in the video, my routine video. So hopefully that'll help, my love. And welcome back. Itati, I hope I pronounced that right, says, hi Rob, what do you think about estriol creams? I've seen some influencers using them. Great idea, and I think they definitely can help, but I would say do it in collaboration with a prescriber. You know, some people buy them online and have them shipped over. You want to make sure it's a quality cream. You want to make sure it's correct for you. You want to make sure it's hormone related, that it's right for your individual needs. So I would say good idea, but do it in collaboration with a dermatologist or with a doctor that can prescribe it and monitor you whilst you're on it. Ada, great to see you, my love. Says hi, Rob from Paraguay. Sending lots of love to Paraguay. When do you use the PDRN Riedel shot? The beginning or the end of the routine? Now, this is controversial. It shouldn't be, but it is. I personally use it at the end of the routine because I think it helps push all the rest of the product into the skin. However, VT say use it at the start of the routine. I think it feels better on the skin using it at the end. I don't think it matters whether you use it start or finish, really doesn't matter. But I think it feels better to use it at the end of the routine, which is when I do it. Let's see. Scott says, I'm so glad to have the Madavat Skin Copper Peptides back in my life, and I'm happy to have the Madavat Skin hoodies. Love the colour of both. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. We need a picture. It's probably pronounced cure. That's what I choose. Yeah, I think the qua, it's pronounced cure, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's pronounced cure. Frankie says, can I use growth factor steering with vitamin C? I've learned so much from your channel. You can. Some brands, mainly The Ordinary, say you can't. There is no reason. There is nothing out there that says you can't use growth factors and vitamin C together. And I'm so glad that you're finding the channel useful. Thank you so much. Reve, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. Sending lots of love. Becky says, Rob, please do your daily skincare routine video. Yes, coming up this week. Any beauty gadgets included? I don't like beauty gadgets. I just don't use them. I buy them. I don't use them. I've got masks. I've got tools. I just don't use them. So there won't be any beauty gadgets because I can't remember. I don't have the time. I just don't use them. But they will be all my current favourites, so I will share that with you. I've got cut hair on the end of my nose. Maddie says, Adapalene gang over here. Same, love it. Especially if I'm going through like a breakout phase. Lynn said, I keep seeing adverts for Yepoda, but again, no one sponsored reviews. Have you tried it? I've never even heard of it. Let me write that down, Lynn. Yepoda. I shall have a look afterwards. I will have a look for you, Lynn, after this. Regine says, Frankie, I do it with no problem. Amazing. Becky says, love your skin, Rob. Thank you. That's very kind. Kerry says, good morning, all. Rob and Tom. So glad I caught you live. Hello, Kerry. Hope all is wonderful with you. Lynn says, really enjoying the Mad About Skin Copper Peptide. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Absolute pleasure, Lynn. And thank you so much for your order. I can't believe since it launched, we've sold over 75%, 76%, something like that, of the copper peptides. We actually had to go into manufacture of another lot, which fortunately doesn't take long, so we should be okay. But yeah, it's gone absolutely mad. And I'm so grateful. Revi said, you mentioned using Centella along with vitamin C for wrinkles. Any particular brand of Centella? I use, can you see them up here? I tend to use the Skin 1004. The Tone Brightening Capsule Ampule is great for hyperpigmentation and has Centella in it. The Pore Minimizing one, great for anti-aging and has Centella in it. So I kind of feel like you're getting a 2-in-1. So they're the ones that I personally use and I think are the best. Hell says, totally agree with Tret out, Terzerotine in. I agree. I think there are like the Tret diehards that are like, no. And it's not going to work for everyone, but I think people slowly come around to the idea that actually progress and Terzerotine, the studies prove just how effective it is, and it is better tolerated on most, not for everybody. Yeah, Hal said, yeah, the pressure made me feel like there was something wrong with my skin. I did. I kind of felt like if I wasn't using tretinoin, I was doing it wrong. And that's not the case. For some people, it works really well. It just didn't for me. Ava says, best product for active acne that isn't benzoyl peroxide is it's too harsh for my skin. Always for acne, always a 2% salicylic acid and a 15% azelaic acid. Those two are amazing. Doesn't irritate the way that benzoyl peroxide does. Works so well. Maria says, I watched the Extern video. I was hoping for better options. So there isn't that much in a similar price range, which is why I couldn't say like this is this is an option or an alternative. Medicube do one, which is great. That's the only other one I've tried. So the Inculist and Medicube are the only two that are in that price bracket. So that's the only reason I didn't make more recommendations, because I haven't tried any others. But I will have a look. I'll keep exploring. Frankie says, I bought so many products based on your suggestion. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you so, so much, my love. That really, really means the world to me. Thank you. Scott says, once a company betrays your trust, it's really hard to regain it. I agree. It kind of becomes really, it becomes really difficult. I think the Inculist, they've just had one too many shady kind of bit of marketing things, and I want to look back. Let's see. It's kind of, I'm just not that. I'm just not that big a fan, I don't think, of the brand. Also, I see a lot of podcasts that their founders, is it Colette and Mark, do on podcasts, and there's just something I just don't know. I don't know them personally, but I watch these podcasts, I'm like, it just gives me the ick. And there's something just no. And I kind of don't want to and I don't know them personally. They might be absolutely delightful people, but there's something about the way that they approach like the business and stuff on these podcasts. I'm like, no, it's not for me. And so I'm not. And I also think they treated Hiram with that whole like selfless by Hiram kind of Inculus collab, treated him like absolute dirt. And I just don't like the way that people do that with business. So it's a no from me. It's kind of like, it's a bit of a no from me. But if they come out with a good product, I'll try it, And thank you so, so much for your order, Scott. You'll have to let me know. Do you need another tote bag? There is one absolutely with your name on it, so let me know. And the same for Ada. Thank you for your order too, my love. Wonderful having. Let me know in the comments if you would like the tote, or you can email in using the contact us section of the website. Also fine. If you would like the tote added, and I will add it to the order. No problem at all. If, guys, you did want to get your hands on the last remaining, there are 15 remaining. If you want to get your hands on the last remaining limited edition totes, no minimum order quantity, just place an order during the live stream and let me know that you want one in the comments, and I will have it added to your order. No problem whatsoever. www.madaboutskincare.com. And the best bargains at the moment are these two. Half price on the cleanser and the moisturiser, because we're transitioning from this packaging to new packaging that has slightly more, same colours, just has more contrast on it. So to clear the decks of the last remaining stock of that, if you wanted, these are half price. And if you want to stock up, they have 9 months shelf life on. So unopened, 9 months shelf life, if you want to know how many to buy to kind of make sure that you can use them before they do. Big thank you to Rudiger. Hope I pronounced that right, my love. Again, let me know in the comments if you would like one of the tote bags included, and I absolutely can. Becky said, I'm still waiting for my Murder at Skin order. Fantastic. Hopefully it'll come soon, my love. I cannot wait. Kinky said, Rob, any thoughts on Equal Berry as a brand? They seems look cute, but not sure about their formulas. I have never heard of them. You guys are really throwing it out there today. I haven't ever heard of them. I'm so behind. Let me have a look. Okay, right, I've wrote that down. I will have a look straight after this. Thank you so, so much. Kaylee, thank you so, so much for your order. Kaylee, again, let me know in the comments if you would like a tote popped in your order, Kaylee. Thank you so, so much. Lacey says, hi Rob, I'm really enjoying having the Mad About Skin Peptide and Super Serums back in my routine. My skin feels fantastic, and I can see the difference already, especially around my mouth and chin. Thank you so, so much. We have sold so much in terms of the super serum and the sunscreen this week. I think everyone's kind of just getting summer ready. They're thinking, okay, what can I do? Let's get like some sunscreen going. Let's get on top of our the like our glow game. The super serums are great for that, which is this one. I see so many people have been buying this week, which is amazing. So Leslie, I'm so happy that you have it. I appreciate your coming into winter in autumn in Australia, but that you've got it back in your routine. Thank you so much for your support. Lynn, just to let you know, you are in the you've made it with, we now have 12 of these totes left. So Lynn, drop me a comment if you want me to pop one free of charge into your order. Just let me know, drop me a comment or send an email and I will do. Suzanne says, I think you'll need to keep those copper peptide vats full and ready to go. Yes, don't worry. Do not worry, Suzanne. They're on their way. On their way. Angela, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. Tennessee says, mine is somewhere over the pond. I can't wait to try Rob's magic. Yeah, I find when, like, there's usually a delay is when it leaves the UK, before it's scanned in by the US courier, parcels just seem like there's no update, and then all of a sudden they update and they're delivered. So don't worry, Tizzy, it was on its way. Over the pond, as you say. Frankie says, I'm currently using Theramid Copper Peptide. It's quite lovely. One of my favourites. I love the Theramid Copper Peptide. Such a nice product. Not super expensive either. I think it's a really great price point for what you get. I really, really do love it. One of my absolute all-time favourites. So yeah, fully recommend. Ava says, what is the best product for active acne that isn't... Oh no, I've covered that one. Tussie says, aka Kelly. I don't care. I remember from our last conversation. Revi says, how would you compare the Mad About Skin Copper Peptides to the Sub-Q Skin? Ooh, that's hard. I still have a few units of latter to work through before trying the Mad About Skin Peptides. So, the Hylamide Sub-Q Skin is my absolute favorite serum of all time, and it was discontinued, and I don't think I'm over it. Absolutely loved it. The Mad About Skin Copper Peptides was kind of designed to replace it. We used similar ingredients, we used similar textures. Because once it's discontinued, it's not like I'm duping another brand's product because it doesn't exist anymore. I thought there was a gap in the market for it. It has the Mad About Skin one has a higher percentage of copper peptides in, which I think is good for anti-aging. It also has a slightly lighter texture to it because of those copper peptides, so it just feels lighter on the skin, which personally I enjoy a little bit more. And it's encapsulated, so you can absolutely use it alongside exfoliating acids, vitamin C's, retinoids without stressing. So I'd say that the Mad About Skin Copper Peptide is like the Hylamide Sub-Q Skin, take it up a notch. Take it up one more. However, I will never have a bad word said about the Hylamide Sub-Q Skin because it was one of the products that got me into skincare. I loved it and love it to this day. If they brought it back, I would be buying it. Esther, but hopefully you'll agree with me, Revi, when you do try the Mad About Skin Peptides. When you're ready, hopefully you will love them just as much or even a little bit more. You'll never know. Esther says, hi Rob, but it'd be good if you could change from time to time the background because I have the impression of watching always the same video. So I am not great with filming. And setup. I'm very comfortable with the setup, but I don't want to mix it up too much. But I did think, actually, with the sun shining, I've got a gorgeous, sunroom. I would like to do some filming in there. So I might be mixing it up a little bit in the next couple of weeks. Kind of watch this space. Yeah, watch this space. As Suzanne said, the contrast of the font will make the bottles pop even more. Yeah, you can read it, I can read it here. But I think to be fully inclusive and accessible to everyone, people that might not have the sharpest vision that's needed to be able to read it, I want to be inclusive to everyone. So, especially under the lights of a shop, things get distorted. So we have re-emphasized, changed the contrast and re-emphasized the lettering on this, which is why I think we've got 200 units left of each-ish in the old packaging, and the new packaging is ready to go. So we just want to clear the decks. So it's going to be the new contrast packaging all the way forward, which is why the 50% off is there. So hopefully everyone enjoys it. Laura says, so happy to make it one of these for once. Laura, we are happy to have you here. Nika says, hi Rob, is the Mad About Skin Cleanser non-foaming? It is. It's a really unique texture. So it's called the Velvet Cleansing Wash, and what I would recommend is put it on dry skin. So work a little into dry skin. That will break apart any makeup, any SPF. Then add a little lukewarm water, and it turns into a slippery, velvety, creamy texture. Work that in for another minute, rinse it away, no film left on the skin, it disappears without a trace, and it's like a double cleanse all in one. It doesn't foam, it doesn't strip, it actually hydrates. So at the end, your skin should be more hydrated than when you started. That's the plan. So hopefully that helps. Ava says, Revi, I've seen your first comment about Centella. I would recommend a newer Heartless Cleanser. Really, that's a nice cleansing option. I love that. Scott says, if anyone who's in the LA County area, Allies Skin is doing a pop-up store in Newport Beach beginning April the 30th. I did not know that, Scott. How did I not know that? I'd love it. I'm almost tempted to fly out to LA. I'm not sure I could actually do that. Yeah, I'm not sure I could actually do that. But I am very tempted. I am very, very tempted. So thank you. Thank you for the heads up. And that's quite cool. Love a pop-up store. Love it. They did one in Sephora in London for the day, and I went along just to see, and there were, it was very busy. Very, very, very busy. Big thank you to Marie, who's just placed an order. qualify for a tote. We have 10 remaining. So for one of our limited edition totes, Marie, if you would like a tote, let me know in the comments. I see Tom, thank you so much for adding the totes to the orders for people that have requested them. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So yeah, Marie, if you let me know in the comments, Tom will add it to your order. And then we can get that shipped out to you. Again, any order, any size, made during the live stream, while stocks last, I can get the tote out to you. You just have to let me know you'd like one. Thank you, Tom, for linking madaboutskincare.com. 50% off the cleanser and moisturizer. No code required. Scott says, "Oh, I need one of those bags." Scott, I see Thomas popped it on your order, so it will be coming your way. And Anne, thank you so much for your order too, Anne. Again, let Tom know in the comments if you'd like one of the tote bags popped in, and we will have it included for you. Laura says, "I know many of us are struggling with hyperpigmentation, but I always have so much post-inflammatory erythema and tried the transparent lab spot treatment, game changer." Okay, we love a recommendation for that. So yeah, there are different forms of hyperpigmentation. It can get really confusing, which one you've got, what you need to use. I've heard really good things about the transparent lab spot treatment. Thank you. I'm going to order it. I'm putting that on my list. I'm treating myself tonight. I'm ordering that. Thank you very much, Laura. I'm going to give it a go. I don't get too much hyperpigmentation, but when I get a zit and it doesn't fade properly, then I do. So this is going to be a game changer. Vanessa, great to see you, my love. I'm sending you love for Replay Squad tomorrow. Love you so much. Borneo says, "I'm so happy to be able to use again the beautiful copper peptide serum, and I really love the new bottle." Thank you, Borneo. You're a superstar. Thank you so much for your order. All Things Fitness. All Things Fitness says my questions keep getting deleted as well. I've been loyal since day one. I'm not sure why that is. I can see this comment, All Things Fitness. I don't delete. I'm not technologically competent enough to delete anything. So just let me know if sometimes YouTube. Sometimes it's like filters that YouTube apply to comments for live streams. Maybe it gets caught up in that. Maybe I don't know. I can read that comment though, All Things Fitness. So let me know what your question is. Leave it, and I will definitely answer it. I try to answer all the questions, but sometimes technology doesn't always play ball. Kim says, "I received the tote bag a few weeks ago, and I took it with me to Sephora in Milan, and I received so many compliments for it." Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, do you know what? Let me tell you a little story. Which was a full that's weird kind of moment. So I was going to dinner to celebrate a brand launch in London. And I never go to these because, I'll be honest, I don't always like the people that are there. Sometimes it's a bit hard work. Anyway, this one, I met some beautiful content creators, some wonderful people that I've stayed in touch with. It was a lovely crowd at this one. But I generally don't go to them. I just happened to be in London visiting my brother, so I thought, well, might as well pop along, have a drink and see what they had to say. So I popped along. Anyway, I was walking there and I was early. Now, you guys that have been with this live stream for some time know I am never early to anything, and it freaks me out. So I was 10 minutes early, so I thought, well, I'm just going to go have a quick walk around the block. It was in a lovely part of London. I'll just look at some of the architecture, just have a walk. So I was walking around. Anyway, I walked past someone, I just walked past someone in the street, just didn't think anything of it. And then this person leans out a squeal and then shouts. So I kind of turned around, was like, what? And was she said, "Oh my God, I'm actually watching one of your videos on the go now." And they showed me her phone and it had a video, actually had one of the tote bags on. I was like, this is the weirdest thing. In a lovely way, that's really weird. What are the chances? What are the chances? It's so weird. So anyway, we had a hug, we had a chat. His kid was gorgeous. And we had a lovely little chat and a catch up. And I was like, that was really nice. We chatted for so long that I ended up being late for the drinks, which is more my style, so it was fine. But I was like, what are the chances? That was the weirdest coincident kind of thing ever. So yeah, if I ever see you and you have the tote bag on, I'll have to send you all a freebie. That's my promise. If I ever see you out and about and you've got the tote bag on, say hi and I'll send you some freebies. Can't say fairer than that. So let's see. Tessie ordered wash puppies and moisturizer. Kelly, I'll make sure that you puppies, not puppies. That's not puppies. I'll make sure that you get the tote bag too. Thank you. Laura says hi. Laura Lost in Skincare. I always love reading that name. Always makes me so happy. Here for a second to say hello. Wish you a wonderful Saturday. Unfortunately, I can't stay, but see you next time. Laura, we're missing you already and sending you so much love. Laura K said, if you're looking for video suggestions, I would love routines that take advantage of multi-use products, like the 1 or 2 serums and moisturizers. Now, I love this. I love this as an idea. I am definitely on board with streamlining, multi-active, and all of that. So, definitely could kind of film that. I could see myself filming that. So thank you so much, Laura. Really appreciate it. Bernie said, I love the Allies Bakuchiol Firming Oil. It's perfect with the Mad About Skin moisturizer. I do. I put a couple of drops of the Allies. This is what we call, like, I think people call it high to low spending. You spend a fortune on one product and then next to nothing on another. £5, £100 together. In my mind, then it makes everything more affordable. But I do love the combo. I do use the two together. I see. 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 Kim K said, Tennessee, you gave me false hope I could order skincare and puppies on the same site. No, we don't do that. Unfortunately not. Who's to say? Laura says, I have great many multi-use options in your line. I would love to simplify routines. I can definitely do that. Could definitely do that. Becky says, highly recommend the Mad About Skin Peel Gel. Thank you, Becky. It's my go-to. It's my night to do it tomorrow. No, it's tomorrow. Sundays and Wednesdays. Always do a peel on Sundays and Wednesdays. Kind of freshen everything up for the week. Suzanne said, yes, Chemical Peel Gel is the best product in my routine. Can't recommend it enough. It's getting a bit of a cult following. It was always the one that was our least... Well, like, it was the one that sold the least in all of the line. Always was. And then all of a sudden, it's just kind of grown. It's the one that had the most loyal fan base. Like, people bought it time and time again. And now it's grown. It's actually now one of our best sellers, which is like a full circle moment, kind of, which I'm very happy about. Rutum says, how is water good? Is water good for skin or not? So many conflicting infos. So water's always good for skin. I mean, if you drink water, it keeps you hydrated. Always a good idea. I would say generally, like, super hot water can strip and dry the skin. So if you're taking super hot showers or super hot baths, turn it down just a little bit, and that'll be slightly less stripping on the skin. But yeah, water, always good. Products with water in, great. If you're using a water-based serum, just make sure you apply it to damp skin. It'll absorb so much better. Kim says, talking about Bioma, have you tried their sunscreen? I haven't. I went into Boots to buy it, sold out. But I haven't given up hope. I haven't given up hope yet. I am going to keep going. Let's see. So all things fitness. Oh, Jason, how are you? Oh, I didn't recognise because you'd changed your logo and your handle. So makes sense now. Oh, it said, I've updated my pic and name since starting a channel and it was gone twice in a row. Could it be? Sometimes YouTube do this. Sometimes they filter things through. We never see it. A number of times people have said, oh, my comment disappeared. And I'm not technologically advanced enough to remove it. Tom says he didn't remove it. So YouTube sometimes just does that. So you can always ask again. Anyway, how are you, love? And did you say you started a channel? How exciting. I will check it out. After this, I will check it out, my love. Pandora Ball, great to see you, my love. Hope all is well with you. And Suze, great to have you, my love. Hope all is amazing. Hell says, Rob, do you know the Korean brand Nineless? Yes. Received a sample of their kojic acid serum the other day. I have. Let me get that. This is their azelaic acid serum. Hands down, one of the best azelaic acid serums you will ever try. Nineless are amazing. Haven't tried their kojic acid, to be fair. But absolutely love Nineless and their azelaic acid serum. So I'm going to try that kojic. I've got a list as long as my arm here of products to try. I will try that one. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you. Let's see. Andrea says, please help. What's the best thing to use for jowls? Facial massage, always a win. Firming serums that contain peptides, always great. Retinoids, take them down onto the neck will really, really help. There isn't a whole lot you can do. Some of it's genetic, some of it's not the easiest thing to treat. However, retinoids, facial massage, peptides, great. Particularly copper peptides, really, really good. Pandora said microcurrent can also temporarily help gels. True, that is also really good. The microcurrent device can really, really help tighten things up. All Things Fitness says, yeah, first one will be Tuesday. I've just posted the description and spreading the word. Want it to be cut and dry, proven ways for people to hit their goals. Oh, I'll check it out, Jason. Thank you so much. I will check it out after this. I'm so behind with these comments. I need to speed it up. Tom says, please don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Tom. Right, I am going to take a big sip of this tea while everyone has the opportunity to hit the like button if they haven't already. If you could minimize the chat, if you hop over to the like button, give it a gentle caress. When you come back to the chat, it takes you back to where you were, so you never miss out on anything. I'm going to take a big sip of this tea, and then we're going to continue with the questions. Tea is so good. It's cold, but it's good. Ski Couture says, loving your previous Geek and Gorgeous recommendations. Do you have an affiliate code from Xorder? I don't. Geek and Gorgeous don't really do affiliate discount links. So they... you mean like affiliate code for the next... So they don't have discount codes. I do have an affiliate code with them on any one of the videos you'll see. If you're going to one of my Geek and Gorgeous videos, those are the affiliate links there. They don't really do discount codes. Now, once a year, they do usually reach out and say 10% off if you use this code. I always share that with you guys. So that should be coming. I might reach out to them and be cheeky and say, any chance we could get a discount? Let me see if I'll just reach out to them and see. Because their products are always so affordable, they don't really do discounts, which kind of makes sense. But occasionally I can get one from them, so I'll reach out and find out. But yeah, any of the links on Geek and Gorgeous videos, we'll have those in. Let's see, I'll send the request and let's see if they get back to me with a discount code. I love Geek and Gorgeous. I love so many of their products. Honestly, like, such a good brand. Such a good brand. Right, where are we at with everything here? Let me see. Right. Kerry says, Tom, you have me so well trained. I hit the like button as soon as I came through the virtual door. We love you, Kerry. Andrea says, is there a sunscreen you advertise to darker skin viewers? Any chemical sunscreen is going to work, because chemical sunscreens shouldn't leave a white cast at all. I find mineral sunscreens problematic for deeper, darker and richer skin tones. They often come across quite ashy, or they can be quite distorting in terms of the coloration. I have heard if you want a mineral sunscreen that the Dr. Vanita Rattan Unzinkable is invisible even on darker skin tones. So that's probably what I would recommend. Yukiko says, I started using Mad About Skin Copper Serum. The texture is great. Thank you. When I layer it with the Ordinary's Growth Factor Serum and Geek and Gorgeous Peptide Serum, what should the order be? Well, first of all, thank you for your order and thank you for your support. It means a lot to me. Actually, doesn't matter what the order is. You can use them in any order. I would probably say, based on the textures, I would use the Mad About Skin one first. I would then use the Ordinary Growth Factors. I would then use the Power Peptides by Geek and Gorgeous. Because that way, I think that'll layer the best, because you're going from the thinnest to the thickest in terms of consistency. That would be my recommendation. But technically, you can use them in any order and they'll still work. But thank you so much for your order. Himanshu says, sir, I'm using Azuraline and Matrixil. Can I use Synoxin 2 in place of that? Yes. That's a really great one and done thing. So if you can get the Synoxin, it's been sold out everywhere. If you can get the Synoxin, you can use that in place of Azuraline, and Matrixil works so well. Great question. Padorable says that they've got decent cheap coenzyme Q10 serum that's $10 if you broke. Yeah, that's the thing about the Inky List. I think some of their original products were really good. I just don't like their gimmicky marketing and some of the stuff they've done recently. That's all. Scott says they don't pass your vibe check. That's legit. That's true. There's just something, I don't know. It was the way that they branded themselves as fast fashion for skincare, which is fine, but I feel like skincare shouldn't be something we buy and throw out and recycle, constantly cycling through. It should be a commitment. I also think in the world we could do with less fast fashion, less fast skincare. And it does seem like they're kind of just throwing product out there. Yeah, there's something about the Inky List that just... Doesn't do it for me. Scott says, I want the tote. Don't worry, Scott. Tom has added it to your order. It is coming your way. Pandorable says, also a decent $20 ceramide moisturiser. That's true. They do have a nice ceramide moisturiser. Maddie says, I'm not a fan of the ink list either, but the Selfless by Harem, I love the salicylic acid. I didn't realise they treated it badly. Well, I'm reading into it. I don't think, I mean, Harem's too much of a professional to come out and bash them. But reading between the lines, it wasn't good. They did it as a cash grab. They used his name to sell a load of products because they owned the Selfless brand. Then, when it wasn't selling so well after a while, they sold it back to him and just said, we're done. It just, none of it sat well. I'm not going to, it's for him to tell his story, not for me. None of it sat well. Like I say, didn't pass the vibe check. And Suzanne said, I stopped using the Inky List around the time the oat cleansing balm kept separating. Yeah, they reformulated the oat cleansing balm. It felt completely different and it separated. Then they denied having ever reformulated it. Said, no, same formula. You read the ingredients of the old and the new. Completely different ingredient list, but they kept saying, no, not reformulated. I mean, very bizarre. Ada says, I'm excited for my order. Can't wait to try your line. I'd like the tote bag. Thank you. Tom's added that to your order. Thank you so much. Kaylee says, I've just placed an order for moisturiser and it just ran out. It's my favourite. Thank you so much, Kaylee. Good timing with the half price offer. Thank you so much. So Tino says, I so appreciate your authentic take on the ink list. Oh, Valerie, meant to ask. The branding team sent me forwarded an email that you sent in. Just to let you know, I'm going to look at it tonight and respond back. Just wanted to let you know. It's on my to-do list for tonight. So I will do that. I just want, while I've got you, thank you. I will expect to see an email from me this evening. Kate said, I would love a tote bag. Thank you. Tom, has already noted your order. Thank you very much, Tom. And you'll be getting the tote bag. Krista, just to let you know, we now have 8 tote bags remaining. Krista, if you would like your tote, thank you for your order. If you like your tote, let Tom know in the comments. He's very kindly adding them to everyone's order. So, notes to everyone's order. So, thank you so much. Let's see. Tamara says, thanks for your reaction, Rob. Guess I'll cut down on the exfoliating then. Great informative video as always. My pleasure, my love. Thank you for your question. Ricky says, not skincare related, but how do you deal with the on-again, off-again tariffs in the UK? I have a disclaimer on my shop, but I'm worried US customers suddenly have to pay a lot in tax. So, we'll do the we can talk tariffs. We're not doing the politics behind it. We could talk tariffs, though. All I would say to people is, I mean, if anyone could make their mind up, that'd be a start. But don't stress them. For small businesses, anything under $800 won't incur a tariff, so you're fine. So feel free to order, and as long as it's under 800. Where they become problematic is obviously larger shipments. Brands incur that and then have to pass it on. But as a brand owner, any costs associated with tariffs have been absorbed by the brand. So if you're in the US, you will pay exactly the same price on the Mad About Skin website as you would if you were shopping anywhere else in the world. And that's my commitment to doing that. Does it make sense for things to be on again, off again? In my brain it doesn't, but I'm not an economist. I'm certainly not running a country, so I'll make no comment on that. All I will say is, as a brand owner, you guys won't notice any difference. If you shop Mad About Skin, doesn't matter where you shop in the world, you will pay the same price, and that's my commitment and will always be my commitment going forward, because I don't like brands that sting one country more than the other and vice versa. And you know what, 10%, is it ideal? No, but you can absorb it. You know, that's how I would take it. So I know not all brands have have managed and make that possible. I know not all brands are in a position to be able to do that. So I'm not saying every brand has to, but yeah, if you shop with my brand, you will always pay the same price no matter where in the world you happen to live. In the UK at the moment, you're getting free shipping thanks to our shipping provider that we've been working closely with, and we also subsidise the shipping internationally, so you don't overpay for shipping no matter where you happen to live in the world. I've got a really cool global map, and when we get an order, I'm trying to get an order from every single country of the world. Obviously we've got all the big ones, which is amazing, and this last week I managed to cross off a very small Pacific Island nation where we got an order from, which is very much appreciated. So I think there's 15 countries There's 15 countries remaining that that we haven't received an order from that I'd like to like complete the full set. Obviously, exempting like Russia, North Korea, Afghanistan, countries where we physically can't send to. Those excluded. Of 15 countries remaining, which is quite exciting. I'm a geek like that completely. But yeah, Ricky. So that's it. It's a really good question. I can only speak from my brand's thing. I don't think it's easy for brands to navigate when things are on again, off again. But here in the UK, if it's under $800, you're fine shipping to the US, and I'm just absorbing any of the costs that come with it, and we just hope they won't be too high. Pandora says, doesn't work for deep persisting acne, but if the pimple is open and head is showing, good. That's the Inculist patches. They are really good. I've heard so many good things about that. See, Suzanne says, what's the name of that higher strength Korean azelaic acid? I think it was in the green bottle. Is it this one? This is the 9less 10%. Is that what you mean, Suzanne? This I love. It's got snail mucin in it as well, so it feels great. Scott said, so are we going to see a Madarat skin in an advent calendar this year? Well, in conversation with a couple of retailers, and watch this space. I'm not going to say yes, because I don't know whether things are going to come off or not, but I will just say watch this space, and I'll keep you posted. We are going to be in physical retailers this year, which is really exciting, and we're just going to grow from there. I mean, honestly, I wake up every day so grateful for you guys. I think year on year, sales-wise, just online sales-wise, we're up 150% year on year, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And yeah, I just can't believe last month we had the best month ever, even compared to like the relaunch month. It was better than the relaunch month, and I just honestly, it's very humbling, in the best possible way. Pedro Ross says, Santa Rob makes note of whether being naughty or nice. Absolutely. Fran Scioli, I hope I pronounced it right, said, hello, sending lots of love. Dylan, great to see you, my love. Says, sorry for being late, but I wanted to pop in to say thank you for the delivery of the copper peptide serum and the light chemical peel gel, which I particularly love. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you for your spot. Hope all is amazing with you and you're enjoying the last bit of sunshine. So sending you lots and lots of love. Dylan says, how do you take time to even write a personal message? Well, I go to the warehouse to help them out, because the number of orders has exceeded what I'm contractually like what they're contracted to actually do. So I go and help them out certain days, and on those days I still always write my note. So if you get a personal note from me, I do try to do as many as possible. I've wrote over 20,000 probably now. I don't get to do all of them, but I do as many as I can when I go for when I go to help out in the warehouse. I do as many as I can. So yeah, and the ones like here, I'll be sending the tote bag order ones out because I've got the totes here. So I'll write the notes on all of those. So I do as many as I can. I love it. I do absolutely love it. Suzanne says Santa would accidentally misplace the Madarat skin advent calendar and then come back a year later looking snatched to the gods. 20 years younger, Suzanne, 20 years younger. Glowing to the gods. Marie says, made an order tote bag, please. Of course, my love, of course. And I will... Oh, Tom's already noted the account, so thank you so much. And I'll be winging its way to Gibraltar. So thank you so much for your order, my love. Thank you. Pandora said Rudolph didn't get the red nose because he treated his redness properly. I'm loving the Christmas chat. I'm all about Christmas all year round. Where we are in the chat. Hello, Luciana. I hope all is wonderful with you. Pandora Boss says you can use salicylic acid on your scalp. Shampoos have it. Yeah, always look. If you've got any issue with like breakouts on the scalp, always with the salicylic acid shampoos. I love them. I don't use them that often, but I always use them when I can. So Tom said, doing well here, starting a new part-time job. Yes, Tom, I didn't know if we were supposed to say so. Tom, congratulations on the new job this week and going so well, which we love. Borneo says, got to go watch the replay. Sending you lots and lots of love, Borneo. Hope all is amazing with you. KL said, glad I'm catching a live. I want to share that I love the sunscreen. Purchase from Matter Skin, fabulous. Thank you so much, my love. Maddie says, refreshing to see a content creator without an iPhone. I can't use iPhones. I had one years ago. I just never got around to it. I think you get used to what you're used to. I like a brick. I like a sturdy phone. I film on this. This is the Google Pixel, which works so well for filming. Absolutely love it. I think it's got the best camera of any phone that I've used. I can film on it. I don't have to have any of this fancy filming equipment. It just works. So if you're ever watching a video, it's filmed on this phone, which is very battered and much loved. Thank you, Tom, for the reminder. Yeah, we've got another 15 minutes of the live stream. I'm going to get through all of these questions. But if you haven't already, any orders placed during the live stream? We've got 6 left of the totes. Any orders placed during the live stream? You can get the last remaining of the limited edition tote bags. If you would like one, I order now and we'll get that. Tom will add a note to your order and that's all good. I also was going to say the cleanser and the moisturiser are currently 50% off for this weekend only. We're clearing the decks of this stock as we've got the newly printed ones coming in. So if you wanted to get the cleanser or the moisturiser, they have an expiry of 9 months on them, so you've got plenty of time to use them if you wanted to stock up. 50% off, no code needed, just there. Big thank you to Sharon. Hiya Sharon, hope all's great with you. Let Tom know in the chat if you'd like a tote bag. Also, Tom, while I've got you, I mean, I'm going to be messaging you after this anyway, but Tom, just throwing it out there, so we don't sell out, I can't remember whether I sent you a tote with your order or not. If I didn't send you a tote with your order, if you want one, save one. I'll send you one, so just let me know and I'll knock one off. for all your efforts of noting people's accounts, Tom, I owe you a tote bag if you haven't already got one. I can't remember if I did. Rhonda said, hi Rob, loving your copper peptide serum. I know you said the formula was the same as before, but the texture seems even better if that's possible. I think that's just people, it's been out of stock for so long and they can't remember what it was like originally. I've had a couple of people say, oh, the texture's nicer. Literally, it's the same formula, but I do know that I think people forgot how amazing it was. But Rhonda, that makes me so happy to hear. Would it be a problem to use it twice a day? No, absolutely not. So a lot of people do use it twice a day. It's affordable. You can use it twice a day. You only need to use it once a day. But if you want the benefits twice a day, go for it. Extra hydration, little extra anti-aging. There is nothing wrong with that, my love. Tom says I use it twice a day. Yeah, I use it twice a day. I use it on an evening and then I'll put a bit through the scalp. Great for hair growth. Laura K said the nine-salicylic acid is sadly not for me because of the Snell Mucin, but the A-pad for Geek and Gorgeous is nice. Also love it. Love that Geek and Gorgeous A-pad. Maddie says, are those cranes on your cup? No, they're seagulls. I got this. These cups were great. These cups came from Waitrose, which is like a supermarket here in the UK. They were like £4 each. Anyway, I bought them about 7 years ago and I still have 6. I bought 6, still have 6. They still look as good as when I bought them and they're seagulls and they make me so happy. These were the best cups I ever bought. Anyway, I'm going to just take a sip of this tea while I've got it in my hand. If you haven't already, you could minimise the chat, hop over to that like button and give it a gentle caress. This has been a super busy live stream. I have forgotten to remind people to like it. If you haven't already, if you could give the video a like. That just helps as many people as possible see this on replay, which I really, really appreciate. That is a good tea. Mobin says, hi Rob, what moisturiser would you recommend for a nice dewy finish? Currently using Summer Friday Dewy Cream, but I need something thicker. I do like that Summer Fridays one, but you're right, it's not that thick. I would say the Geek and Gorgeous Happier Barrier is probably the thickest of the dewier finish ones. The Mad About Skin one, which is my brand, this, if you put a couple of drops of the anti-aging oil, so I do an anti-aging oil, and a moisturiser. If you put a couple of drops of the anti-aging oil in the palm of your hand, add some of the moisturiser, that gives a really nice dewy finish. So that could be an option. Or the Geek and Gorgeous Happier Barrier, one of my favourites. Absolutely love that. T says, hi Rob, could you tutor us with the videos of how to start a skincare brand and your experience in general? Yeah, I could talk more about the brand. I started, I think I had about 4,500 subscribers when I started my own brand. I would say, and I was talking to a content creator at one of the events I was at, who was like talking, wanting to start her brand and things. And I just said my advice would be it costs a lot. It's not cheap. So start small and kind of organically grow. I started with 3 products, a cleanser, a moisturizer, and a serum, and I think that was too much. It nearly bankrupted me. I think it was too much. I would have probably started with just the serum, and then when the money came in from that, you can then grow to other products. I think you can always, I would say to people, start smaller and grow organically. Even just start with a lip balm. If it's a good lip balm, people will buy it. Start with that and work your way up. I think I'd say to people, just don't go all in and feel like you have to have a full skincare routine on day one. You can evolve your brand from there. The other tip that I always give people when starting the brand is don't expect to make any money in the first 4 years. I mean, I've been really lucky that I turned a profit on year 1, which is quite rare for brands. They don't usually have to. I turned a profit on year 1, but every penny of profit goes back into the business because you're constantly growing, ordering more inventory, bringing out new products. Everything costs. And so been running the brand, 3 and a bit years, never taken a penny for me, because it's always gone back into the business to grow it. Personally, I don't mind that. I was always prepared to do that. But I think if you're expecting to make money for your own bank account, I think that's going to be through a 4 or 5 year process till everything's settled enough to be able to do that, which is fine. And those years go really quickly and it's fun. So yeah, that would be my top tips in terms of doing it. And just always reward loyalty. Do you know what? There's so many brands. We did a discount code when people bought the full collection on relaunch. We did the discount code for anyone that bought the full set, so they get 20% off for the rest of whatever. And that's just to reward loyalty for people that supported me and invested in the products early on. You should pay that forward. I always hate that brands take the view that if you're new, they want you, and they take the loyal customers for granted. Never do that. Never do that as a brand, because those loyal customers are still going to be with you in 2 years' time when some of the new people might have peeled off. You know what I mean? Keep your loyal customers and then hope that the new customers become loyal customers. Kind of that would be my top 3 bits of advice from starting your own brand. But like I said, that's just my experience. Reve said, I'd love to hear more about the behind the scenes of the business. I could definitely do that. Marie says, I was showing off my tote bag here in Gibraltar. I will look out for it. When I'm next in Gibraltar, I will look out for it, my love. And I'll give you a wave when I see you. Catherine says, love the Mad About Skin Copper Peptide Serum. Thank you so much, Catherine. Sending you lots and lots of love. And Scott said, don't forget to correct the like button. Yeah, do as Scott says. Scott knows a thing or two. Do as Scott says. And thank you for everyone that has liked it. Really, really, really appreciate it. And I think I'm catching up with these comments slowly but surely. Tracy says, wiener dog, wiener dog, wiener dog. Where is he? Oh, I mean, he's a shadow. I don't even know why I needed to look. My sausage dog is constantly by my side. He's here. Anyway, so I will, before we leave, I promise, let's have a look. We are currently at 70 likes. If we can get to 90 likes by the end of the live stream, Lon will make a grand appearance. He might anyway. Andrea says, I will purchase a copper peptide. I heard it can't penetrate the skin. Is that true? No, copper peptides can penetrate the skin. I would recommend using it on damp skin to aid penetration of any water-based serum. But copper peptides can get into the skin. They have some great anti-inflammatory benefits, some pro-collagen benefits. They are studied and absolutely can, get into the skin. There seems to be a whole cohort of people out there that say nothing you put on your skin ever gets into the skin. Well, some things are too big to get in, like collagen, for example. Great as a hydrator, but not going to add collagen into the skin. But most things can. But there seems to be this whole group of people online that just want to tell everyone that nothing's going to work. And I don't know what their motive is. Jackie, thank you so much for your order, my love, and for your kind comment. Let me know if you would like the tote bag. Tom's adding comments to everyone's order, so thank you so much, Tom, for doing that. Let me know if you want the tote bag, and Sharon, if you could let me know too. So yeah, Andrea, copper peptides have worked for me. Not just my brand. I've used lots of different brands over the years. Copper peptides have always worked. They have some great benefits. Are they going to give you the same results as a facelift? No. But, they're a lot cheaper. They're less invasive. So that's kind of how I see it. DB said, my comment's gone as well. Oh, sorry about that. Kojic or Mandelic for anti-aging, redness and congestion. Both. Kojic acid, I think, gives the best overall results, but you can use kojic acid and mandelic acid together. They're actually very gentle, so you could use them together. That's no problem at all. But kojic is my favourite of those two. Krista said, thanks, I love a tote. Tom is already on it, do not worry. And how's your son doing? Yes, how's your son doing? I hope he's doing really well. Valerie says, you're so sweet, thank you for the email. No, not a problem, my love, not a problem. See, Ada says my address order is my US PO box, but it's coming to Paraguay. Pin that down. That's gonna take. Tom's quite good. He's like the Miss Marple of searching. He'll be able to find it. Hi John, send your love to Sarasota. Pandora says, oh my god, physical retailers, you deserve it. Thank you so much. Scott says, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for Meadowart Skin in an advent calendar, and congrats on the success, you deserve it. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Suzanne says, having Meadowart Skin show up in an advent calendar will be the best Xmas gift for all and all the lucky customers. I would love that. They are brutal on the margins that they want. Like these brands, I know they have to make money. I get it. But these retailers are brutal on the margins to get into an advent calendar, and they often expect you to make zero profit and just like give them the product at cost price with a view to then customers almost discovering you through their advent calendar, which I think probably would work. You know, a lot of people that might have heard of the brand discover it and then buy it. So there's some business sense. My accountant was like, don't do it. If you're not even making a penny of profit, like, don't do it. And then the branded team were like, no, do it. It'll help people discover. So there's a conflict between the accountants and the branding. So I think we need I think if one of the big advent calendars makes me an offer, I'm going to put it to Scott and to Tom. Scott and Tom can have the casting votes on whether we go for it or not. Deal. Reve said, is there any reason why you think last month was your best month for Meadowart Skin? Yeah, I don't know. I'm very fortunate that we get a lot of word of mouth recommendations. So a lot of people recommend the products to their friends, to their family, and I know a lot of people buy because it's recommended, which is absolutely amazing. I'm so grateful for. So I know we get a lot of like word of mouth stuff, which came through last month. I think a lot of people were reordering the copper peptide. They maybe got one bottle to try it, liked it, and then reordered. So there's a little bit of that. Sunscreen season. We are coming into sunscreen season in the Northern Hemisphere, so people are stocking up on their sunscreens. Yeah, just I don't know. There could be a whole host of different reasons, but I think for me it's about like having just having those constant customers. You know, a lot of people have ordered multiple times, and they're the ones that like. I love it when people discover the brand new, but the loyal customers always have my heart. Joanna, great to see you, my love. Thank you for your order. Again, if you'd like our limited edition tote, we are down to the last few. Let Tom know in the comments, and he will add a comment to your order. Andrew said, I had a personal note in my copper peptides, which I love. It was a lovely touch. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much. And I'm always happy. If I have the time, when I'm in the warehouse, I'm always scribbling away. Tom says, yes, you sent me a tote. Fine, Tom. I just didn't want to be giving away totes and not including you. That's all. Atia, great to see you, my love. Maria says, I do like your setup. I think the beginning of you moving to your new house, you did a few in the sunroom. Yes, that's it. I might move back there when the sun's shining. Why not? Smile says, I love your skincare. I just split up with my boyfriend. This life is my happy place. Sarah, do you know what? We are here for you. Men, they come and go, but skincare is forever. That's going on the next tote. That's going for the next tote. No, look, we are always here for you, and I know there's lots of people that come to these lives for many reasons. It's my happy place too. You know what? I can sit here for hours chit-chatting to you guys, and so it makes me so happy, Sarah, to know that we're here for you, and welcome, and you know what? We're sending you so much love. Suzanne says, gooping the Meadowart Skin peptides all over right now and living in that moment. You live in that moment, Suzanne. You've earned this. Atias is so happy to be here. We're happy you're here, my love. Thank you. Pandorable says, Skin 1004 Pro Bio Seco line, especially their cream, Glow Barrier Skincare. I do. You're right. As a moisturizer for a bit of a glow, I love that Skin 1004 one. That is a great recommendation. I do. I'm kind of rediscovering Skin 1004. I used them a lot 2 years ago. For some reason, just stopped using them as much. But now I've kind of realised I really love them. I really, really do love them. So yeah, I'm getting back into it. Hannah is one. We've got last two on the tote bag. So Hannah, if you would like the tote sent all the way to Switzerland, let us know in the comments. We would be happy to do that for you. No problem. Thank you for your order. So Suzanne says, sorry, mummy brain, bit broken. That's fine, my love. When is the lip conditioner coming back? So the plain, what was the original lip conditioner? You know, the one that we had before, same formula. The unscented, unfragranced one is coming back in a 30ml tub. So it's like this big, which is going to be for the lips, for slugging, for the elbows, anywhere. We're calling it the multi-purpose rescue balm. So it's suitable for kiddies. So it's been tested and it's suitable for kiddies. So if you've got any youngsters in your life that get a little, irritation here or cuts or grazes, you want to put it on, suitable for kiddies. And it's in a 30ml tub that is the multifunctional, I think we called it, rescue balm. That is the original formula of the lip balm, fragrance free. That is coming back in the next 6 weeks. It's currently filled and it's on its way over here. So that will be in the next 6 weeks. The flavored lip balms, where we're doing 2 flavors, which are the original formula, but with flavors added in, and they're in 15ml, so they're smaller and more handbag friendly. They will be probably beginning of July. That's the time frames for them. So if you're looking for the original lip balm, it's the rescue balm that's coming. And we wanted to do 2 sizes because the rescue balm is just a great all-rounder. And I know some people will say, oh, they wanted a really small one of the fragrance-free one, but it's the sort of thing you can put on your vanity, put it on in the morning, on an evening. It's like the perfect product. And then the other ones are coming out later. Luciana says, hi Rob, I'll make a purchase now, but luckily I already have the tote bags, so I take any of your PR that you're not willing to part with, even if you've already used some of them. But I can't send open product because that would be wildly unethical, but I'll have a dig out. Luciana, I'll see what I can do. Jackie says, order placed tote bag please, if still available. Say hello to Leo. I will. He's chilling somewhere. He'll be chilling somewhere asleep. But Jackie, Tom has already added it to your order. Let's see where we're at. Sharon says, I do have a tote bag. Thanks, Rob. That's no problem. That's no problem, Sharon. No problem at all. Camille says, what can I do to shrink pores? So really what we should be trying to do is minimize the appearance of pores. Your pore size is kind of determined by genetics, but if the pore is clogged and enlarged, it's going to seem bigger. So using salicylic acid, using retinoids, and using kojic acid, these can all help decongest the skin, make the appearance of the pores seem diminished. Copper peptides have been proven to strengthen the collagen in pore walls, so can, at the margins, help shrink the size a little. Let's set our expectations. It's not going to shrink the size in half, but if you can shrink the size of your pores by 5% using a copper peptide, I think that's a win. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Krista said, thanks, my son is doing well. He's back at work. He's a federal worker here in the US, so pretty nervous, but so good so far. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, he continues to heal and his job is all safe. Scott says, I love the behind the scenes gossip. You guys, I know. I know I could quite happily sit here and talk all this stuff with you guys and you would love it. So thank you so much. Panda Russell says, Santa Rob always spills the tea. We love it. Let's see. Revi says, I've had a tiring week, so it's been especially nice to unwind during the live stream tonight. Thank you, Revi, and we're here for you. And you know what? If people have had a testing week, this week has been a busy week. It's been manic. It's been great, good manic, but manic. That's for sure. Ada says, Rob, can you tell me a good combination for dark spots? I'm using alpha-arbutin and glutathione. Yes, just yes. Glutathione, amazing. So my top 3 for dark spots: glutathione, alpha-arbutin, kojic acid. If you have those 3, you are doing everything you can over the counter. I love those 3. It's like my holy trinity of dark spots. So I think you've 2 of the 3 already nailed down. Let's see. Oh, I've lost some of the comments, so hopefully I haven't skipped anyone's. Becky says, I've started mad about skin products since January, live, and I love it. Wish I started sooner. My favourite is the liquid gold super serum, the antioxidant cream peel gel. Just can't wait for the peptide to arrive. Yeah, Becky, if you want me to chase it down, you can always send the contact us section of the website. If you want me to chase down where your order is, look out for where it is, or any problems with the tracking, let me know through the contact us section. I'll hunt it down for you, don't you worry. Thank you, Luciana, for your order. Really, really appreciate it, my love. And that will be, I'll get that packed and winging its way over to Germany. Hope all is wonderful for you. And I'm sorry to hear that you've had such a bad experience with Skin 1004. Yeah, I've heard that some Korean brands don't fill in the custom forms right and then you get charged. Here in the UK, our customs are very like, they never charge us for anything because I don't think there are any of them. Everything just gets through. But countries like Germany, the Netherlands, Canada are quite hot on their customs. You know, countries that are quite hot on customs checks. Some Korean companies I have heard don't fill the forms in properly, and then obviously you incur customs charges, which is not good customer service. I agree. Suzanne made it to the end. Yes. Andrea says, what other procedures have you done and think make a difference? I'll come on to that in a second. Amy Ann says, I can't use many actives at the moment since I'm pregnant. That is really annoying. I know. My friend is as well. It's really difficult. I know. Jellybean said, do I sell hotel bar soap? No. No, not currently. So if you own a hotel and would like to collaborate with the brand, I would send us a note on the contact us section of the website and we can discuss. I'm always happy to be featured in bougie hotels. Right. So Andrea says, what other procedures do you have done? So I had lip filler 2 years ago. Haven't had it done since. I still think they're enhanced versus what originally they were, so I've never gone back and had it done. Never thought I needed to, but I did have that done. I've had a few chemical peels over the time, enjoyed them, but I'm not really regular with them, but they were good. And I have Masseter Botox here for teeth grinding, which does, to be fair, sharpen the jawline. But I do it so it stops grinding the teeth in my sleep. My dentist does it, but it does also sharpen the jawline a little bit. So that's kind of, it's not cosmetic, it's medical, but it does have a cosmetic benefit of tightening the jawline. Would I recommend any of them? I think it's case by case. You know what? If you're going to do something, do it for you. I don't want anyone out there feeling like they have to do something. Do it for you if you're going to do it. I did everything. Everything I've had done because I wanted it. And I stand by that. Right, we are at the end of these. So, George says, favourite retinol product. Well, I do my own in an oil, so it's great for the body, mixed into your moisturiser or for the face. That's my favourite. But I also like the Geek and Gorgeous A-Game 20, which is a fantastic high-strength option. And I do like the Medicate. Medicate does have a secret place in my heart. Wagstaff says, I hate it when Rob starts without me. I know, sorry. Missed you though. Hope all is wonderful with you. Pandora says snatch job, benefit after medical correction. I know you have something done medical and it works out. Right. Let's see what the like count is. Where are we at? We smashed through the like count. That means we get dog. Oh yeah, are you gonna come and say hi to people? Come on, big lad. Come on. Good boy. Oh, you're a bit drowsy, aren't you? Come on, should we go say hello to everyone? Okay. Right. Oh, there we are. Hello, yes. So this is, yes, thank you. Yes. This is, this is my sausage dog. Bought him as a miniature sausage dog. Missold, yes. Are we keeping you? So this is my sausage dog Lon, which video was it? I think it was the Korean skincare bestsellers video where he was grumbling in the corner through most of it, and lots of people asked to see him. So wave and say hi. Yes, I know. You want your walk, don't you? So yeah, this is. Oh, you're quite heavy, dog. Yes. I know. I have the dubious honour of being this dog's favourite person. So wherever I am at any given time, he's by my feet. If I go out, he goes and, like, there's other people in the house. If I go out, he goes and sulks on his bed, because how dare I leave him? Yes, you're like my little shadow. Look, you're getting lots of love. You're getting lots of love. Yes, look, everyone sends their love. Yeah. He's also the grumbliest dog that ever existed. He is the grumbliest dog that ever existed, aren't you? Aren't you? Yes. Yeah. Right, shall we... I love you so, so much, but you are... Right, shall we go and see if I can find Lee? I'll see if I can find... So someone wants the cat tax. Okay, I will very quickly go and see if I can find... I can go see if I find a cat. Just before I do, Hildy, if you're watching and you want a tote bag, there is still one available for you. Just drop it in the comments. But I will go and get a cat. Bear with. Marcel, Leo, Marcel. Marcellus. Oh, there you are, big lad. Yes. Right. So, there we are. This is my cat, Marcel. He's actually... Oh, you've got your paw caught, big lad. There we are. This is my cat, Marcel, who, despite his grumpy face, because you are a grump, aren't you, is actually the nicest cat in the whole world. Like, he'll come for his cuddles all day, every day. He loves people, don't you? You are such a beautiful cat. But he always looks grumpy. So, yeah, this is my cat, Marcel. You won't see Leo because he is busy hiding by the radiator and keeping warm. Yes, you're going to say hello to everyone, Marcel? Say hello to everyone. No, you're going to go and be a menace. Yeah. Anyway, I am going to send you all so much love. Oh, thank you for all the love. It's been a while since we've seen some kitty action. Yeah, Marcel's usually the one you will see. Leo, it's a rare sighting if you see Leo. And Shelf Chicken, the mascot. Luciana says, "How old are your pets?" Got them all at the same time. Lon's 5, Marcel's 5.5, Leo's 5. So they're all kind of that same thing. Marie says, "Thank you. Have a great evening. Hope you see you here in Jib one day." I very much hope to, and I will wave so much when I do. Anyway, guys, this has been such a wonderful live stream. Thank you all so much. If anyone does still want to order, we have one tote bag left. You can be the last tote bag owner. That is really limited edition. One left. Anyway, I'm going to send you all so much love. You're all wonderful. You've made my Saturday, and yeah, have a great weekend and a great Easter. We're back in 2 weeks' time. Have a great Easter, everyone that's celebrating. Take care, guys.